All right, I'm live again. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me. This is extremely frustrating. We were live for 45 minutes earlier. I have no idea why it keeps deciding to crash, but I'm hoping we're good. I'm going to give it a second to let people flood in here. Oh, man. I got this beefy new rig and everything, and it still just has a mind of its own with this crash issue. It follows me to Twitch and everything. I'm just pulling up the roster again. All right. Please do not crash. We got this, computer. Hope everyone's having a lovely, what is it, Wednesday night? Next up, I have no clue what we're looking at here. 2085 from Tennessee against, we'll get better at identifying these guys as we go. Josh Palmer versus DJ Daniel. And we actually get to see the start of the snap this time. Okay, speed release. Not even a speed release, just not much of a release. Not a whole lot of hand fighting. Not a lot of footwork, just kind of chopping his feet and going. Great coverage by Daniel there. Wow, really good coverage by Daniel. He's on him like glue. As for Mr. Tennessee here, not overly impressed. Pretty sloppy technique all around. You saw Powell, how he really sunk his hips on that comeback. Now we can see both angles. And he does sink his hips, but it's just... doesn't get as much separation when he does it. Similar catch, though. Yeah, I agree, Weirdo. Great rep from Daniel. Okay, looks like this is Amari Rogers. I like Amari Rogers. He's fun. Shorter, stocky slot guy. He's thick. And then for the defense, we've got, I think that's a Florida helmet. His dreads are covering up his number, but probably looking at... wow, there's 8. There's Florida State and stuff, I guess. Sean Davis here. Amari Rogers trying to get a little too cute here with the spin rep. I have higher hopes for Amari Rogers here. Because the DB can absolutely bottom. Now he's getting grabby there about 10 yards. And wow, so I did say Amari Rogers has sneaky speed that showed up at Clemson for a guy that was kind of deemed as not so fast. So This is definitely a player you don't want to see getting pressed a lot. Because I don't think he can handle it off the line. He doesn't have long arms. He's kind of thicker. But he runs right by this dude. That Davis kind of gives up on it as soon as he engages that contact there. Tries to get a little grabby, and Rogers just runs right past him. Good ball skills to go up and get that thing. I like Rogers as a guy that can get vertical from the slot. I like that right there where he really just says, you know what, I'm just going to outrun this dude. Way to stick with the rep. Yep, that's right, Kai. Remove that spin, and it's a fantastic rep. All right, we got, this is Stevenson from Houston, I believe. Are we going to crash again? Don't crash. John LaDuca, thank you. Every time John LaDuca donates, my stream wants to crash. Where's the play button? Why can't I play this rep? Let's go to the next. Okay. For some reason, that play was good. I thought I was going to crash again. I got scared. Although I think we lost that rep. Why? Something's up with that rep. I don't know what's going on here. Go back. Alright, screw it. Something's broken with that clip. At least we didn't crash. That's all I care about. Sorry, Stevenson. Now we've got a Georgia. Is that? That's not. Or is this Tony? That's a Florida helmet? I can't tell. I think that's Kadarius Toney. Looks a little taller than I thought. Kadarius Toney against... This could be Ryan Langan from Georgia Southern. So he's got kind of a delayed... Not sure exactly what you call that, like a leg release or whatever, where they take a little while to accelerate. A little push off. Ball's very late there. He's just waiting on the ball. Let's see the other angle here. Yeah, that's definitely Tony versus... Okay, not Langan. This is Central Arkansas, Robert Rochelle. So my one thing with Tony is I don't think he's quite as fast as people think he is. I love his short area stuff. But I don't think Tony is necessarily comfortable with this kind of stuff, just kind of running a 9 route, stacking a guy on the outside. It's not a bad rep per se. I'm just kind of saying what I've seen from him. But I did notice good ball tracking skills, which he did show right there. So you like to see a guy like him that's probably going to do most of his damage working over the middle of the field in the short game, have the ball tracking skills, and that stuff showed up. So the more the more often he shows the ability to track those balls, the better you're going to like him on those vertical options. And yeah, Jamie Newman definitely just late there. These angles make it so hard to know who these guys are. This looks like maybe the Tennessee guy. We got to like play the rep just to find out who these guys are. That might be... Okay, that's definitely the Houston guy that we missed that rep. Stevenson. Wait, go back. You got him beat right there. I don't know why he tries to brush him off again. He's got him beat right there. I'd like to see him just go. But he tries to fake him off again, and then he's not ready for the slant. As for the defender here, I'm like squinting to try to see who these... I wish they include... I know it'd be a lot more work, but that'd be nice if they included who the matchups were here. Looks like maybe Aaron Robinson. Chat wants to see Teddy. All right. Come here. Real quick, say hello. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. The chat wanted to say hi to you, Teddy. You can't be on screen for this setup. We don't have room for you, but all right. So, did anyone figure out who this defensive player is? Is that a 21? 31? It says 31, but I don't know. It must be Aaron Robinson from Central Florida, I guess. Never heard of him. But his arm, his press is late. All right, let's go to the next one. Eskridge has looked nice so far. That's what I've heard. I think Eskridge might be on the other team here, so I don't think we're going to get Eskridge for this round, but I have heard exciting things about him. I'm excited to get into him. Like 5'9", super speedy dude. All right. God, half this freaking stream's going to be trying to figure out. This is why the O-line, D-line's nicer, because they're right there. You know who it is right away. I have no freaking idea. They should at least show the other angle first so I can see. Okay, we got 26 with a Georgia helmet and 13. All right, so this is no. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know who the heck these players are. Is that South Carolina? 13. Shy Smith. Got it. Okay, let's go back. This is the same rep. Shy Smith versus Mark Webb here. All right, we got our ducks in a row. It's a nice release from Shy. Mark Webb. Yikes, dude. Doesn't get in his face. Burn off the line. Yikes. Shy Smith roasting. Now, you got to keep in mind these drills are really hard for the DBs, but you don't want to look that bad, that's for sure. You're entitled to your space, so that's not pass interference. If he works back across your territory, usually that's not going to get called. So we got... Looks like this is Obi Melifonu's brother, Fedi Melifonu. I'm only assuming that they're brothers, versus Trayvon Grimes here, who's a kind of the big-bodied receiver for Florida. Inside release. And he's running... kind of a exaggerated corner route here. He looks slow to me. Number 8. He looks real slow. Malifonu's just all over him. All right. I'll give that one to Melifonu. You do have to let him go eventually if they work back across you, and I think he kind of does. Yeah, I'll give that one to Melifonu. So now they're showing these things like 8 times. This cut up is all over the place. Okay, now we have... I almost want to like skip the first rep because I can't see anything. So this is LSU versus Georgia. Number 17 is Racy McMath versus DJ Daniel, who Daniel looked smooth in his first rep. All right, McMath. Not as good that time from Daniel. This time having to come inside, not outside. Good release. I like that release. Daniel's in decent position until that last cut right there, and it's a good rep from McMath. This isn't Eskridge, is it? Number 6. I don't think that's Eskridge. This is Austin Watkins from UAB. Going up against that Central Florida guy again, I think. Aaron Robinson here. It's either Aaron Robinson or, no, Robert Rochelle, I think. Okay, let's see what we got. No, sorry, 27. Man, someday we'll figure out. This is Richie Grant from Central Florida against Austin Watkins. Bit of a sloppy route early on. It's a tough route to defend on one-on-ones. Loses his footing a little bit. Not like impressively quick in his breaks right there. All right. No strong opinions on that rep. All right, now we got Powell versus whoever number 5 was that we couldn't figure out the first time, but hand fighting in his release. That's good technique. Running his feet while using his hands to keep him away. That'll help. Powell looks good. Powell looks quick for his size. I like the release. I like that. I mean, that cut to me is like way more impressive than that cut we saw from Watkins on that last rep. He uses his lower body really well to like get into his cuts. Yeah, he looks smooth. Was Powell was like a 5-star recruit, wasn't he? Chat. Yikes, not even looking for the ball. This is that Tennessee receiver going up against Aaron Robinson from Central Florida. The Tennessee guy is, what's his name? Josh Palmer. Yeah, that's a couple rough reps for Mr. Palmer. As for 31 here, good mirroring of his footwork early on. You got to let him go though. I don't think any of these DBs are all that highly regarded. But this Palmer guy definitely has not impressed me. Okay, we get Amari Rodgers again. There you go. This is where Amari Rodgers is going to make his money in the NFL. You can tell he's much more comfortable doing this than he was trying to get deep, where he ran that like spin move to try to create separation. I mean, that's easy for him. He did that for year after year after year at Clemson. And then for the DB, he's burnt toast. I can't tell who that is, though. Let's see if we get another angle. 25. This is first look at him. That looks like a Georgia Tech helmet. Florida State. Oh, he's a safety. This is Nazril Dean, who I think is a safety. trying to guard Amari Rodgers. That makes a lot of sense why he got roasted off the snap, because I don't think this is what Nazrul Dean's going to do. I think he's like a 6'3" safety. And yeah, you can tell he's not have those coverage skills. He's kind of like that traditional strong safety. You want him coming forward, not laterally. All right, we get Tony again. Ooh. Again, I don't think he's... This is why I'm a little bit lower on Tony. A lot of people have Tony as wide receiver 5 and like a top 20 pick. I'm not quite there yet. I'd love it if my mind changed there, but I don't see the type of speed that like gets me really excited. I love his quickness and stuff, but you know, his route running here is awesome, but he doesn't really run away from him. Once he's ahead of him, he doesn't really, you know, part of the reason these guys get tangled up is he doesn't run away from this. And maybe it's just good coverage by 23 here. But I wouldn't say that. I think Tony's kind of working him, but he just kind of lacks that speed to run completely away from him. What happens at the end here? Yeah, he just trips over. All right, let me let Teddy back outside. Go on, go. Go, no, go that way. Okay, I think this is Daniel again. Jeez, he got stacked. And then this is going to be Stevenson, I think. So Stevenson is interesting. He's got some deep ball potential in there. Yikes, who threw that thing? Oh no, Mac Jones. Come on, Mac Jones. You had him. That's got to be a touchdown, Mac. I like this rep from Stevenson, though. This is what you draft Stevenson to do. He's a, you know, think Darius Slayton, go ball specialist, can maybe run some slants in there. Number 2 perimeter receiver, number 3 target type of deal. Stacks Daniel there, right? Or is that someone else? Yep, DJ Daniel. And he gives up on it when he sees that ball is... I don't know what the hell happened to that football. Like, what happened to that football, Mac Jones? It just got away from him. That would have been the worst throw of his entire season at Alabama. Miscommunication, I guess. Must have been what happened there. Mac Jones thought, comeback. That's the only thing that can explain that. Which will happen in drills like this. So we won't hold that against Mac Jones. Ooh, okay. We got a deep over route here by... This was Shy Smith, who looked decent on the first rep. I don't know who that D-back is quite yet. All right, Shy Smith, I see you. Going up against Tyree Gillespie, who I think is also a safety. I could be wrong. Pretty nice. Could separate a little bit harder right there. Run through that cut just a little bit harder. But good job adjusting his route. And then go and make a big catch. little contact there, so I like that he says, okay, you're going to put your hands on me, I'll put my hands on you, and then I'm just going to keep running. Tony again, I believe? No. This is the other Florida guy. Jeez. Hello. Obviously an effective route. Number 8 falls down here. This is Melifonwu. His brother didn't make it in the league because he couldn't keep his feet under him, among other things, but I'm assuming it's his brother. Maybe it's not, but I feel like you see a last name that's rare like that and they're within similar age groups. I feel like it's got to be his brother. Chat, you guys should look it up. Yeah, good. You know, some of these bigger body perimeter players, they're going to be pretty one-dimensional, but it's good to see a guy that can, you know, threaten you with the outside release and then have good footwork on an inside move like that. To me, this is more about Melifonwu. You know, not being ready for it. I don't think he is a safety. I was under the impression that he was a corner run CMC. All right, this is Tennessee. I'm not impressed by this 85 from Tennessee. That was nice right there. That's a good release. But his cuts just aren't, they're a little over-exaggerated, and he just doesn't create a lot of separation in his cuts. He loses like all his momentum. Now, it's a good job to work back across the contact, but Mark Webb here for Georgia, he might be the worst. He might be the biggest red flag we've seen so far. His 2 reps have been terrible. He just looks slow and lost. I like his, like, 85. His technique is right. I just feel like he doesn't create the separation he should when he does that. Like, he sinks his hips. He runs that the way he's supposed to, but he loses all of his momentum and then he doesn't get going again. They are brothers. Thank you for checking that, Lisa B. This is why I'm marrying you, to use you to check the relationships of NFL players. Is he supposed to drop his head like that? I don't have a problem with him dropping his head. I think if you watch like Stephon Diggs run that route all the time, he really exaggerates his head like that. Unless he really dipped his head down, but that shake was effective there. This is Austin Watkins. The shake is very effective here. I like that shake. He doesn't lose any momentum in that. Does he sell it with his head? He does. Whew, that's pretty nice. Austin Watkins. I like that. .25 from Florida State. Oh, that's Nazrul Dean again. This poor safety, man. This poor safety is getting put in these one-on-one corner drills. And he's like, come on, dude. I'm not running press man coverage at the next level. This is bullshit. It's just not fair to him. This dude's probably never ran this at Florida State. So I see you, Austin Watkins, but that's definitely a favorable matchup. All right, CJ Powell again. Great camera work down there in Mobile. I still don't know who this number 5 is. I haven't been able to ID this dude. I have no idea what kind of helmet that is. Looks maybe like Arizona State. I don't know. All right, Powell again. Powell changes his momentum very well. What I need to see what is it? It's CJ Powell, right? What's his height and weight? Because I thought he was a bigger dude. It's not CJ Powell. He is, 6 foot 210. That's what I thought. That is not Asante Samuel. Asante Samuel's not at the Senior Bowl. He's because he's a true junior. Powell, man, he shifts his for 6 foot 210. He shifts his momentum really well. So I'm impressed there. Cornell Powell. I'm impressed by him. He just looks the part, right? He looks smooth, built. This is that LSU receiver that had a good rep, McMath. Tall dude. Yikes. Not a good comeback. He cannot stop his momentum. Yikes. That's not a good comeback for him. What about the corner here? This corner, I think, has had kind of a rough day. A lot of these corners are going to have a rough day at these drill. For me, it's more about the receivers. You can learn some things about the corners here, but this is Richie Grant out of Central Florida. Yeah, I'm not impressed by either of those players on that one. Yeah, let's get to the next rep here. That's all right. Rodgers again. Woo. Man, when Rodgers decides he's gonna run, when he puts his head down and goes on that speed release, whew, I'm telling you, man, every time I watch Amari Rodgers, I walk away more and more impressed. Kind of the way, like, when I watched Devin Duvernay last year. He's just got better speed than you realize. Like, Duvernay, everyone thought was going to come out and run like 4.5. I think people expect that from Rodgers. I wouldn't be stunned if Amari Rodgers comes out and runs like 4.4. He accelerates well, and he runs away from dudes. As for this corner, we're looking at Sean Davis out of Florida, I think. The throw here needs to be out way sooner as far as like completing this thing, but that's not so important as far as if the pass actually gets completed. That ball needs to be arriving on time if he's going to complete that. I don't know why Newman's waiting so long to throw that thing. That ball's got to come out right at the break. But good route from Rodgers. All right. We get it. All right, Stevenson again with off coverage this time. Oh, wait. Nope. We're down here. With Tony. All right, let's see that one again. Yeah, he's so shifty. He's like a point guard. And he's gonna demolish that with a comeback every time. I mean, we know, there's no doubt Kadarius Toney can stop on a dime and run a hitch against off coverage like that. Some of these, like, it's just like, what do you expect the corner to do when you're running a drill where you're playing 10 yards off and running a slant? Like, why are you wasting everyone's time? Like, seriously. What's the point of even putting the corner out there? Like, that does nothing for me other than I guess we can see how well Stevenson runs a slant without anyone in his face. But yeah, that's let's move on. Again, some of these, it's just like, this corner is playing with outside leverage, 5 yards off. If he sees that look, it's probably zone coverage or man, and he's going to have a hook zone helping out. Like, of course, he's going to roast him to the inside with that kind of leverage. But let's see Shy Smith here. Let's see the other angle. He's quick. That last little subtle cut right there. That's that subtle little, doesn't lose when you see in my scouting reports and I say, doesn't lose momentum in and out of his breaks. That's it. That's it right there. That's that smooth route running you're looking for. But totally set up to win on that that drill. All right, this is, I think, the other Florida receiver. This dude looks so slow, man. He looks so slow. I don't know if I can draft this guy. He's got some nice cuts to his game. I'll give him that. But, man. Melifanu just let him run right past him there. He opens up. Not sure why Melifanu completely opens up here. Like, can you imagine trying to cover that slant when you're literally facing the other direction? You're facing the opposite way, and this guy's running forward. I can't tell you what that technique is there from Melifanu, why he's opening up like that. He's opening up like he's ready to run with him to the outside. Now, if he had help over the top, or if this is cover 4 and he's got a zone defender right here, like, yeah, you might be coached to play with that technique, but I don't know why in this drill he's doing that. Is that it? Nope. Same play there. All right. Yeah, let's give 85 an easy win here. This poor guy. I think he's the receiver I've been least impressed by. Obviously, running a slant with 10 yards off coverage doesn't do much for me. 17. Oh, man. Not digging 17 here either. A big receiver that can't release, a big, slow, stiff receiver that can't release is a hard pass from me. His breaks have been okay once he gets in space, but in tight space he looks rough, and he drops it. Yikes. Nazrul Dean is like, yeah, finally. Put me on a tight end. Let's go to work. good to see, Nazrul Dean, who's going to, if 17 is basically a tight end, as far as I'm concerned, with his movement skills. Nazrul Dean presses him out the park, and he does lose eventually here. Nazrul Dean, clearly not a great man defender here. But finally a moment of victory for Nazrul Dean after he's had to deal with some good receivers. Who's impressed me the most so far? I would say Powell from Clemson has been impressive. I think Shi Smith looks good. DJ Daniels looks okay at corner. If you look okay at corner in these drills, that's a big win. All right, finally a good rep here from 85. Josh Palmer. So he gets off coverage this time. Still looks pretty slow. Very exaggerated movements. But the cut's nice. I don't know. I'm not sold, Mr. Palmer. Powell again. Powell versus Daniels. And they give us that. Literally, why? I don't like this. I don't want, why are you wasting all of our time? But, that said, smooth slant from Powell. Subtle change of movement right there. See how quickly his top turns? He is sharp for a man his size. That's impressive stuff. But the fact that Daniels was even that close, good for him. It's pronounced Nusir Oladeen. So Nusir Oladeen. All right, good to know. Thank you. Powell's 24. He'll be older. Yeah, that's fair. Wonder what took him so long to come along. All right, this is Austin Watkins again, I believe. Against Webb, who's had a really rough day, and it's more of the same here for Webb. Man, in this first day, Webb might be working himself out of the draft. This has been a rough day for him. He just hasn't been able to he hasn't been anywhere close to any of these guys. He just looks lost and slow. Like he doesn't belong, basically. Who threw this ball, by the way? That's Newman. So Austin Watkins. Man, this is to me more about Webb sucking than it is about Austin Watkins. But obviously not a bad rep from Watkins. Did his job. Ooh, a little Tony action. For all of the hype, he's not separating as well as I expected. I thought Tony would be whipping his way around these guys, and that really hasn't been the case. He hasn't been bad, but I don't think Tony has boosted his stock quite yet from what I've seen. I would say he's matched my scouting report on him. Interesting to see his release here. He didn't face a lot of press, and not an overwhelmingly impressive release there. So 31 here is Aaron Robinson from Central Florida, and it's a pretty good rep for him on Tony. I mean, he's with him for a while. I mean, you got to remember how tough these drills are. I mean, Amari Rodgers has shown a better ability to run away from guys than Kadarius Toney. Don't you agree? A little bit of wasted motion there. Maybe one too many juke from Toney. But at some point here, like Amari Rodgers has been the perfect example of this. At some point here, when you get into this position, you stop hand fighting and you just start running. And he's still fighting with him. He does get away from him, so I'm not trying to totally bag on him. But there's a lot of people with a lot of hype on Toney, and then he ends up not coming down with this one. It's a tough catch. So I do want to go back to that one more time because I just was reminded of a footnote I had on my Kadarius Toney scouting report. I said that I believe I said he tends to. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. So Toney here. This I think is very. I'll just bring this over here for a second. Some of his routes are unconventional as he likes to aggressively juke his man mid-route, but also tends to look in the direction of where he plans to end up. Something that may not directly translate without more head fakes or upper body deception. So let's go back. Let's go back and see how well that note translated. I don't know if it's a direct translation here, but you see how his upper body, sometimes you see corners a little more like exaggeration to kind of sell like which direction they're going, whereas he's very just like, what way am I going? It's not like I'm going this way and then I'm going that way. It's more like pitter patter. It's just unconventional. Usually a guy, it's like a fake one way that sets up a hard cut another way. It's like it's wasted space, but it's also not like all that. It's not all that's convincing because he doesn't really use his head to sell it. There's some technical stuff that he can improve on for sure. All right, Marquez Stevenson. Hey, that's good coverage from 23. And a great play by Stevenson. Great ball. 2 feet. You got to get 2 feet in down here at the Senior Bowl. Who's the throw on this one, too? This is just good football right here. All around. Quarterback here is Mond. So off coverage. Stevenson's just trying to stack him. He does eventually. Stevenson's going to get you. He's got real speed. He's got 4.4 speed. But I don't mind that rep from 23 here. That's Robert Rochelle. Not like a great rep, obviously, but it's a rough spot for these corners. Gotta give them little respect when their technique isn't all that bad. Doesn't hold him, gets his head around, but just better football. Stevenson's just a faster player, better football. If that's slightly underthrown, though, like so many balls often are, he gets his head around, he's ready for it, but All right, give me 1 second because I need to give mod powers to Lisa B here real quick. Slowing down the feed here, Lisa B. Lisa B. I don't know why it's not. All right, I tried. Sorry, I can't figure it out. I don't want to hold everything up. If you're causing mayhem in the chat, stop it. I will yell at you. If you're causing mayhem, don't make Lisa B yell at you. I will get angry. All right, Rogers. Tough route to defend there. So much separation. Rogers, he's so deceptive with it, but he seems to just run away from guys like more than most slot receivers do. That's obviously not great coverage here, but I don't know. I got a good feeling about Amari Rogers. I don't know if he'll ever be a superstar, but that was pretty bad coverage, though. Yeah, here's another one of these big receivers. Slow, clunky movement. Yeah. And then 27 on the coverage. That's good coverage. Let's just give him a shout out. Richie Grant from Central Florida. Between him, this guy, and the Tennessee guy. Ugh, man. Melifonu's like, finally a win for me getting to cover this guy. Still, Melifonu, his technique, he does it again here. Not quite as bad. I don't know if he got some coaching on this, but he opens up and then he loses ground there. I think there's some work to do with Melifonu as far as he's been basically every time someone's run an inside move on him, he's been beat. There's Powell. Got something stuck in my throat. Powell versus Daniel. All right, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. That's just a win, straight up. That's Powell's worst rep of the day. Doesn't create any separation at any point. Just good job. Daniel's clearly the best corner in this group. That's a great rep. Looks long, quick, concentrated. It's an underrated little like poke at the ball right there. I like being able to go frame by frame here too. Sees the ball, just bloop. It's a good rep, Daniel. Shy Smith here. It's nice that we actually know who these guys are now. We don't have to stop and figure out everyone. All right, so Shi Smith has looked good going lateral. Now we get to see him stop his momentum on a comeback. Good release, though. Very quick release. He could drive backwards a little bit more there. His technique's good, but I think he'd benefit from, instead of just stopping right where he is, he could drive backwards a little bit more. Maybe a little grabby there. Love that release, though. That's a beautiful release. Whew. Devontae Adams-esque. He's out of there. Little stuff. Austin Watkins against Webb again. Just runs... Oh! He had him inside, and then he tries to work back across him. Webb finally gets a W here. A little concerned that Watkins didn't run away from Webb based on what we've seen from him today. But the throw was not very good. Same route. Webb was paying attention. Same exact route that Watkins won on earlier. But that was on a safety. This time it's on an actual corner who's seen that stuff before. So a little more experience on that one. But good job, Webb. You've had a rough day, but finally plus back in your direction there. Here's our Florida guy. Runs through the contact well, which you want to see for a big guy. He's had a couple, these big guys aren't going to crush it in these types of shorter routes, but that's a decent Trayvon Grimes. That's a decent rep there. Just plays through the contact. Tough rep. Good coverage by Central Florida. Aaron Robinson. 85 again. Yikes, 23. Yikes, 23. There's some good quickness there. Terrible coverage, though. Man. These poor corners just get left out to dry in these drills. Dude, I'm telling you, Amari Rodgers. At first, he gets the separation, and then I was excited about him until that, and then Five's right with him that time. So that's who the heck is that? That's the Florida guy, right? Sean Davis. Rodgers wins early, but really good job by Davis to stick with him. Runs extremely hard. That's some good makeup speed there from Sean Davis. Respect. And I think, Rodgers, slows down a little bit there, tracking the ball, while Davis is sprinting to catch up. Good football right there. I don't really have any thoughts on Mac Jones so far. This is more about the receivers and the corners. Shy Smith again. Yep. Same thing, you know, off coverage against a slant doesn't do a ton for me. Okay, this is what I wanted to see from Elefanu at some point. Was that long speed, because we knew his brother was a freak. And this is Stevenson. This is one of the faster receivers here. This is what I want to see from Elefanu. He's been susceptible to those inside moves, but that's good long speed from Elefanu right there. That is a very fast receiver that he is running with down the field. That is like 4.4 speed versus probably 4.45 speed. I just would Melifonu's his technique, just like his brother, at a different position, a little just off. Maybe a little bit too afraid of getting beat inside early on there, but excellent speed. He's long. Thanks, Dustin. Appreciate the compliment. All right, Austin Watkins versus Webb again. There's a couple of these snaps in a row now for Webb where he's been put out of position early, and then the route kind of brings him back into coverage. But he's stuck with these last couple. I feel like Watkins has ran this same route like 4 times now. Yeah, Webb does look stiff, Dustin. But these last couple snaps have been much better for him. But I'm still not really impressed. Jeez, how many times are we going to see this? I feel like I'm screwing up. Let's just let it run. Is that it? That's play number 44. Is that all of them? That's all of them. All right, so we've been going. How long are we? Been live for an hour. So I think we should, because we've got on a roll with these guys. Let's see if all right, day 2 practice is not up quite yet. So we got the American team done. Let's wrap up the O-line, D-line that our thing lagged out here. And then I think that'll do it for this stream. I think it's better for me. You know what? Let's get the receiver corner done for the American team or the national team. I got to learn the players again though, so just bear with me as we sort through that. Okay, national team. Let's do it. A little stiff on that route. Who do we got here? 13. Des Fitzpatrick. That's a big dude versus Rodarius Williams. Big dude. Big corner there. Woo, that's a big guy. Is that a safety, Rodarius Williams? That's a big looking corner. And he looks big next to Des Fitzpatrick, who's a big guy. It's pretty good coverage. Fitzpatrick a little tight turning around there. Okay. So this is Thomas Graham from Oregon. All right, I recognize that name versus Ben Skowronek. So I think Graham is kind of a slot corner, and I want to say the same about Skowronek, because this is a slot matchup running a comebacker. That's not a route a slot receiver is going to see too often, but you can see the quickness there from Thomas Graham. Notre Dame guy had a rough day, says Max Stewart. Yeah, I mean, that was a bad start. Is this Eskridge? No, that's this is the Felton. He's like a running back receiver hybrid. So this is Felton going up against I'm not seeing a 14 on my sheet, but that's an Oklahoma helmet, so let's see. It's either Trey Norwood or Trey Brown. Yeah, it's either Trey Norwood or Trey Brown. I wish I knew. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, that kind of looks like a running back running a route. So far, the coverage has been good on this team. That's definitely Norwood. Good coverage. Wait, chat thinks it's Trey Brown? I looked like Norwood on it. We'll find out. Here we've got I forgot Tylan Wallace is here. Let's go. This is Tylan Wallace. And is that Cam Bynum? Cameron Bynum. I like him too. This is a really fun matchup. I hope we get to see more of this. I'm excited now. Wallace versus Bynum. Jeez. Decent coverage, but an even better throw and catch. Not sure who that quarterback is, but can't defend the perfect throw, right? Pretty good coverage, but Wallace just makes a better adjustment. God, I like Tylan Wallace. It's just so natural going deep. All right, we got Michigan. Ambry Thomas. Wasn't Ambry Thomas like the #1 corner in his class or something? And this is Cade Johnson out of South Dakota. So you got South Dakota against. I don't quote me on Ambry Thomas being the #1 corner in his class, but I thought he was. That's a good out and in route. Accelerates through it. Jeez, that ball came out late. Felipe Franks. This is Frank Darby out of Arizona State against Benjamin St. Jude, local Gopher. Whoa. Did he get pulled? No. Man, both these guys had moments of winning this route. Pretty even. St. Jude is winning until about this point, then 84 is winning it, and then because the throw is so late, he has a good play back to the ball. The coverage on this team has been substantially better than the other team. And I haven't seen anything to say that's because the receivers are better or worse. What do we have here? I can't tell right now. Number 8 is Keith Taylor from Washington versus, oh, my boy, Sage Surratt, who's not actually my boy. I didn't know he was here. So Sage Surratt right now is probably my biggest not my guy. I just don't see the separation. This is a guy that a lot of people have put in like the second round. This is like the first play here. It's hard, like, you want to stay away from confirmation bias that really exaggerates your opinion on a guy. But this is literally my criticism of Sage Surratt, is he doesn't separate well. And if you're not going to separate well, you got to have like the best freaking hands. And his hands aren't like that good. And here he is in traffic. Like, he is going to get covered like this all day at the next level because he's just not. He's not a good separator. And you got to body dudes. And he just doesn't. All right, this is Michigan. Let's see, who do we have here? Nico Collins versus, looks like Thomas Graham again. Graham is smooth. Graham is a very smooth player. I'm starting to like him as a slot corner. Not great speed from Nico Collins here. All right. Hello? Oh, okay. All right, this is that lengthy corner again against Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, not the best movement skills from what I've seen, but this corner, number 2, he's lucky to go against a receiver like Fitzpatrick, but man, he looks like he can hold his own in like a press scheme. How's his press technique here? Not the best. Big 12 usually doesn't run a lot of press coverage. I can't speak on how much he played in college, but he's intriguing to me. Des Fitzpatrick looks like he's wearing ankle weights. Yeah, I mean, he does not look very fluid. All right, this angle stinks for that. Okay, this is is this Eskridge finally, number 1? This is Eskridge. This guy, everyone is tweeting about this guy, Eskridge, Western Michigan. And this is Cam Bynum. So Bynum wins early. And then, let's see, how much How much contact? So at some point, Bynum's got to let him go. You got to let him go about here, and he kind of knows that. I think he tries to lay up, and then Eskridge. This is just a physical route. This is just kind of ugly. Hard to take much away from this, but it does look like Eskridge really pushes him off, and that creates all that separation there. I like the press from Bynum here. Borderline too long, but interesting route. I don't have a whole lot to take away from that one, to be honest. This is Fenton, that running back. So keep in mind, he has not run a lot of receiver routes. He's quick. He's a quick dude. He's drawing a lot of intrigue. And this is that Oklahoma corner. Now I read Brown this time. Can we get a read on his number, on his name? I didn't see it. St. Jew here. Jeez. Lockdown from Minnesota. Go Gophers, baby. That is Gophers, right? Yeah, Benjamin St. Jew against Notre Dame. I don't know if it's Juice Day or Jew or what. Stride for stride. I can't have my Gopher blinders on all the time here, but this is a good rep from St. Jew. Juice Day, whatever. This one is Tylan Wallace. Now Tylan Wallace looks a little big. Looks a little bigger than I remember him. Let's see the other angle here. Yeah, he's fast, man. He is fast. Looks like he's put on a little weight, maybe. Yikes. Thomas Graham, man. The coverage unit of this group is so much better. Wow. Stay with him, though. I know you're covering him for 3-4 seconds, but don't stop running. He won that route for the first. He even shows some press here. Yep, you're winning that route until right there. Good move by 84 to swipe at that hand. But feel that out. Feel out that he's coming back the other way. And most corners in the NFL are going to get beat if you have to cover for 4 or 5 seconds. But good beginning of that by Graham. This is that South Dakota State again. Not the best long speed there. Long developing comeback. Some of these comebacks are weird. Like, they have no chemistry with these quarterbacks. So, like, normally that ball's out right here if you're running this comeback. But he runs it, he's open, and the quarterback's just starting his throwing motion. So, like,